Hey everyone, and welcome to the 8th episode in my tower defense game series. Today, I will be making the second level playable. This means that there will be like new enemies and a new story like here. So let's get right into it. First things first, I have a couple of new costumes that you'll need to make. In the enemy sprite, if we click on the costumes tab, as you can see, I have all my costume that I already have, but on the very bottom, I have a new enemy type, and it is a pig. So I just have a simple 5-frame animation, boom, 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 boom. So it's just a little running animation for the pig, and it's kind of muddy as you can see. So that's the costume for the enemies. Then for all of the levels, I've designed the next level. So for level top, as you can see, this is the one we've always used. I actually have a new costume named level 2, and it is the top of it. So these are the trees, and this is everything we want to be on top. Then on the path, which is the middle, as you can see, this is the one we've been using, but we also have the second level. So this is the shape of path on the second level. Then last but not least, on the level back, I have the back design for the back of the second level also, which is kind of more of a green woods type thing to match the theme. And last but not least, in the story, I have, as you can see here, this is the old level 1 parallax one, and this is like the story. Then I have a level 2 parallax one. So this is the second part of the story, the Black Forest chapter 2 story. Just a little piece of the next story. You can pause the video and read it if you'd like. And this time I've also made the level 2 parallax 2. So this is just a little sneak peek. So right off the bat, as you can see, if we try to start this game, all of the costumes are incorrect. So we need to make sure to reset all the level costumes in the very beginning. So we want to go into the level top and do a when green flag clicked, a forever loop, and then a switch costume to level 2 and change this to current level like so. And we're actually going to want to rename these. So level 1 is just going to be 1 and level 2 is just going to be 2. That way it switches to the right costume. Then for path middle, we're going to pull that script in and do the same naming. So we have 1 and then name this one to 2. Then last but not least, pull that into the level back and do the same naming. So we have 1 and 2. So whatever level it is, just name it that number. If it's level 5, do the name 5. So now as you can see here, we go ahead and start this, boom, and immediately goes back to what it's supposed to be, the first level, and we can play and all the normal stuff. I'm going to show how to make a little tool that'll make our process in making this super way faster. It's just going to be a tool that automatically unlocks the level 2 if you press a key. So for now, we'll just do in, and we're going to set the current level once we press in to 1. Then we are going to duplicate all of this replace item stuff underneath, and that is it. So now if we go ahead and start, as you can see here, we can't go to level 2, but if you press in, boom, level 2 is immediately unlocked. And if we play this, as you can see, this part immediately doesn't work. It goes to the wrong place. So how you fix this is go into the story, and then we want to find the when I receive story here, and we want to find this right here. So see how it switches to parallax 3, then all of this stuff? We want to check what level it is. So if story clone ID is equal to 1, that is just the background. That's not going to change, but what is going to change, duplicate this and put it in an if else, and go ahead and change this to current level. And if current level is equal to 1, and put this in an if else, then I want to switch level 1 parallax 2, otherwise switch to level 2 parallax 2, like so. Then we can do all this stuff. Then same for this guy right here, the switch to level 1 parallax 1. We just want to change that to switch costume to level 1 parallax 1, and then level 2 parallax 1 like so. And now we can delete that. So as you can see here, if we go ahead and click on this one, it does the Dark Southern Sea chapter 1. But if we go ahead and use our cheat and unlock level 2, boom, immediately all of the programming that we've previously done is immediately popped in here. So it switches to the right costume as long as you've designed these. Now if we click on this, as you can see already, it's actually starting to kind of work. Okay, so after making a little bit of detailed changes, I've moved the logs down here, changed some of these colors. As you can see here, automatically, without doing that much work, our level 2 is switching to the right costume. Now right off the bat, you may notice a few problems here. Have this click to start wave and it's in the wrong spot. So all you need to do here is, as you can see here, when I receive play level, go to 0, all that stuff, all you need to do in the wave message is do if blank is equal to 50 and change this to current level is equal to 1. Else, we're going to duplicate all this, and if current level is equal to 2, then we're going to find a spot over here. So we're going to go ahead and click on this to stop that script so we can actually move this. Oh, we accidentally put this in there. We want to make sure to put that in the else, otherwise this is not going to work, as you can see. So now if we go ahead and use this little cheat and go the second level, it is actually working. So maybe 177. We're just kind of tweaking these values to make sure that it works. Okay, maybe 175. I think 175 is going to be the way to go. So as you can see, that's where that little cheat comes in really handy, the end cheat that we did to make it to where we can go to the level 2. But now, as you can see, this is all positioned correctly. So next, you may notice if we go ahead and click this, the things are coming from there, and then, oh my gosh, they're just going crazy. And first of all, it's slimes, and then they just start going backward. As you can see, if we head into the enemy sprite, and we have this if current wave is equal to 1, all that stuff, we don't actually have it checking, hey, what level is it? We're going to duplicate this current level to the left, and we're going to go ahead and put this in the if else. So if current level is 1, then we're going to do all that. Otherwise, for now, we're just going to do a repeat 5 times, say, create enemy slimes like so. That way, we can just do simple testing. So if the current level is 2, then it's going to do that. So go ahead and use that little cheat here and go into the second level and click on that. So now, as you can see here, this is going to actually create 5 enemies that we've chosen. So there we go. That is actually working now. That's how you would set it up to do the waves. But once again, it's going to the wrong spot. So still in the enemies, we're going to look around. And as you can see here, this enemy sand slime is saying go to -66, 168, which is over here. And that's good for the first level though. So like most other things, we're going to just do a if else and do the if current level is equal to 1. And if it is, then we're going to go to that position. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and show this and make it go to like right there. So we're going to just do that and do a go to else, which means it's going to go there if it's level 2. Now we're going to move this over there and put this current level like so. So now, as you can see here, if we go ahead and head into level 2, the enemy should actually be spawning in the right spot up here. There we go. As you can see, this is all working. And if you've done everything correctly, not only level 2 should be working, also if you go back to level 1, everything should still be spawning in the same spots. Like for instance, the slime should still be spawning over here. And boom, as you can see, they're spawning in the right position. Okay, so everything is working there. Now we need to make it not spawn sand slimes. We want it to spawn the pigs. So see in the else here for the level equals to 2, and I want to change this to enemy type pig. So that on its own is not going to do anything. So we need to make it know that, hey, if I'm a pig, then I'm going to switch to the right costume. So see all this movement stuff? We're going to change this if enemy ID equals to sand slime to an if else. So if it is a sand slime, we're going to do all of that. Otherwise, we're going to do an if else and do if enemy type is equal to pig. And if it is equal to pig, then we're going to do AI and do 2.5. So it's going to be a lot faster than the other enemies. And then for the sand slime, I'm going to change the speed to 0.9 to make it a teeny bit easier. Now we need to do the costume because right now it's still not going to switch to the right costume. So all we need to do is scroll around until you find the little animation script. I'm not sure where we put that. This right here, as you can see, this is the animation. So what we're going to do is pull everything out and do a forever loop and change this to an if else and do if enemy ID is sand slime, duplicate that and do if the enemy ID is equal to pig. Then for if it's sand slime, then do all the same stuff, but otherwise, if it's the pig, then we're going to want to switch to whatever number it is. So as you can see here, this gray number is the costume number. And for pig 1, it is 15. Pig 2, 16, 17, 18. Then the last one is 19. So we're going to want to set those numbers to whatever costume it is. So 15 was the first one, then 16, then 17, then 18. And you're going to want to go ahead and duplicate this and get rid of that end. And do 19 because that, if you remember here, costume number 19 is the very last animation for the pig. Then if it's 19, then we're going to do another wait, and then that is it. But also the wait time is going to be 0.1 for all of them like this except for the very last one. So 0.06 is going to be the last one. So that's the little animation. So hopefully that made sense. So if your pig number is number 6, you're going to want to set that costume to 6, then go until it's ending. But we're going to set the costume to all of that, and now this stuff should be working. We haven't programmed anything else but the movement and the costume. So if we go ahead and do the in and go to level 2, as you can see, if we start this, hopefully they're going to be the pigs. Boom. As you can see, there are pigs, but they aren't even moving. I'm not sure why. Okay, I think the reason why it's not working is because it's setting the enemy health to 0, so it's not going to actually move. So when I started the clone, set that health to 5 to make sure that this all works. But now, hopefully, if we go ahead and click start this wave, boom, as you can see right off the bat, look at that. The piggies are running and they're animating and they should follow the path. Look at that. That is amazing. The muddy little pigs running around. Boom. That is awesome. So I'm super happy, and also they should delete themselves once they hit there. And then we have the defeat sign and all that stuff. But for now, that is actually very, very good. Just make sure to set the health back to 5. Okay, so now I want to change right here. As you can see, add the health bar X, health bar Y, and all of this stuff. We want to change this if to a if enemy ID is not equal to, go ahead and duplicate this and do health. You want the only clone not set this stuff is the health bar. So that's what this is doing. So now, as you can see, if we make some pigs, the wave, as you can see, the pigs are now going to have health bars, and they should follow them and do all that stuff. There we go. The health bars are working properly as well. Also, make sure to, in the health here, to set the size of the health bar to 100%, just so, as you can see here, they are a little bit bigger. That's what they are supposed to look like. Now that we have the pigs actually spawning, we need to do some scripts to make the arrows be able to shoot them. So basically, we're going to just tidy up these scripts. We're not really going to be doing that much programming. It's just duplicating and moving around stuff to make it work a little bit better. So go ahead and make a custom block and name this damage, like that. Then add an input and do damage, like so. That's not going to be run screen without refresh, but basically this is just going to be controlling the damage for every type of enemies. Now we're going to pull out an if else in here and then put the touching arrow like so. Then we're going to go ahead and get rid of this and there like this. We're going to put all, I'm not entirely sure what this is right here, so we're going to go ahead and delete this for now, but we're going to do if touching arrow, then we're going to do if enemy health is greater than 0, then change enemy health by -1 and all of that. Then we're going to go ahead and delete this. Then this right here is the arrow upgraded script. All we need to do is else, if else, and do if touching arrow upgraded. We can go ahead and duplicate all of this coding from the arrow upgraded like so, and then make sure to duplicate this health is greater than 0. So right there is the damage script for all of it. So now you can go ahead and get rid of this. And then this death script right here, we're going to leave the exact same. The only thing is you're going to delete this set enemy health to 5 for the when I start as a clone, and we're going to make a new when I restart as a clone and set that enemy health to 5 here. So as you can see here, this just cleans it up quite a bit. This is all of the damaging stuff right here, and it's going to work the same. So now we want to do a forever loop here, and then an if else, and then another if else embedded into that else. And now we can go ahead and do enemy ID and do if enemy ID is equal to sand slime. Then we're going to do the custom block and do damage, and then else if the enemy ID is equal to pig, then we're going to also do damage. So basically we're going to always run this no matter what enemy it is, but we're going to change this value right here. So if we go ahead and put this damage in here, as you can see here, if we do this, the damage we're going to set to -1. Basically what this is saying is if I'm a sand slime, when I hit the arrow, I'm going to take 1 damage, which is -1. Then on the arrow upgraded, we're going to do damage -1, like that. So whatever the damage is, it's going to take even more. So if it's -1, then the damage is going to be -2. Then otherwise, if I'm a pig, then I'm going to take -3 because I want the pigs to take more damage than the sand slimes because they are faster. So if I'm a pig, then if I'm touching an arrow, then I'll only take 3 damage. But if I'm touching an arrow upgraded, I will take damage -1, which is 4. So that right there is how you're going to control the script. So basically, now that we have the script set up, say we have another enemy, it's super easy to make the damage. All we need to do, say we have a monster called Big Cool Awesome Dragon, yay! All we need to do is just duplicate this and set damage to -0.1. So that means it's going to take very little damage because we've already programmed all of this in here. So we just need to duplicate to make more enemies. So that's pretty easy. And now one of the last things we need to do is see this health script here. We want to take out the if enemy ID is equal to sand slime, and we're going to take that out, except we're going to change it to if not enemy ID is equal equal to health like that, and then do all of that. So basically this damaging script should be working. So if we start up on the slimes, as you can see, they should still only take 1 damage, and that means they'll take 5 hits from a non-upgraded. Whoa, look at that. That is actually insane. We instantly killed them. So now we need to figure out what's going on here. Okay guys, I think I know why. So see the set enemy health to 5? We're going to want to put that in front of this if not, and we're going to want to set a wait 0.01 seconds before that, like so. So now as you can see, hopefully if we start this should be working a little bit better. There we go, boom, that is actually working now. So just make sure to do that, and if we go ahead and shoot them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, boom, all of that works the same. But if we go ahead and use our cheat and go to level 2 and we put down a tower and we click to start the wave, hopefully the pig should only take like 3 damage. So oh no, the towers aren't actually targeting them. You know what the problem is, guys? See, in where we spawn the pig, we don't set the total enemies to anything. So if we go ahead and set the total enemies on screen to 5, because we repeat 5 times, do all that, that is all we need to do. So hopefully now, as you can see, if we can go ahead and hide these 2 variables, but if we go ahead and start the wave, and we place down a tower, the towers should actually be targeting. Look at that, yes, and look at the damage works too. It only takes 2 hits instead of 5 hits to kill the pigs, but the pigs are super fast. Hey, that is working, but the health bars does not seem to be working. Look at it. Watch the health bar. It goes voop, and it goes all the way up to the top of the screen. So now we need to go ahead and fix some stuff. So this right here is the animation, and it says right here, if not enemy ID is equal to health. So I'm not sure why that is not working, but it could just be a little script here. So maybe if we put this in the forever loop instead of outside of it, maybe that will help us a little bit. Oh yeah, also guys, make sure to, on this current level equals to 1, make sure to set on the current level equals to 2. Let's go ahead and duplicate that. Set the total enemies to 5, because we are going to for now just have 5. So if we press in, go to it, now we can place this down and we go ahead and start this wave. Now if we go ahead and take out some of these pigs like this, boom, the health bar is still seeming to do that. Oh, okay guys, so I think I know why. See right here, if the item clone number of health bar costume is equal to 0, then we delete this stuff. Well, because we're doing more damage, it could go into the negatives. So instead of that, we want to do a less than block here. We're going to do if the item clone number of health bar costume is less than 1, which means we should be dead, then we can do all that. So now hopefully if we go ahead and start the second level and do all of that stuff and we place down the tower, we start the wave, pew, pew, boom, look at that, it actually fixed the problem. So as you can see, now this is actually starting to work. So the second thing I want to do is in this wait time right here, I want to change this wait to 0.7 seconds. That way it spawns them a little bit closer together. So now as you can see, when we start this game, our money is equal to 200. I want the money to be different per level, which is thankfully very easy to do. In the money costume here, see this when I receive play level, set the money to 200, go ahead and take that out, and all we want to do is duplicate that and do if else here and do if the current level is equal to 1, then I want to set the money to 200. Otherwise I want to set this to 300 for level 2, and go ahead and duplicate all this and do if level equals to 2 and put the 300 for equals to 2. That way it's easier next time when we want to add more. So now as you can see, if we start this, we go to level 1, boom, our money is 200, but if we cheat real quick and we go to level 2, boom, it is equal to 300, which makes it a little bit more strategic because we can place down our tower and all we need to do is kill one more enemy and we'll have enough to upgrade this tower. So we kind of have to be quick. But right now I don't really like the amount of enemies we have, so I'm going to make it to where this level has multiple waves, which makes it more fun. Okay guys, so for all of level 2, I want there to be 2 waves, and in total I want there to be 20 enemies. So for level 2, we set the total enemies to 20. This is back in the enemy spawn. sprite. Okay, now we're going to duplicate this current wave is equal to 1 for the level 1. And we're going to go ahead and set in the very beginning for the first wave there to be 7 enemies for the first wave. Then we're going to create enemies, and we're going to go ahead and delete all of this and duplicate this create enemy pig and wait 0.07 or 0.7 seconds. We're going to, for the next level, we're going to set total enemies on screen to 13, because as you can see here, we have total of 20 enemies, and 7 and 13 is 20. So on the second level, second wave of the second level, we're going to have 13 enemies spawn. So we want to repeat 13 times, delete all of this stuff, and do create enemy pig and wait 0.7 seconds. Then we're going to go ahead and put this in. So that is actually how you add waves. Otherwise, in the else statement here, I'm going to actually put another if else here, just so it makes it easier next time. So if the current level is equal to 2, then we're going to do all the stuff we just did. The current wave is 1, then make 7 enemies, all that stuff. Then we're going to want to do the else, and that's where we're going to make the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and so on level. Oh no, it appears like there's only a couple of enemies. Oh, as you can see here, we still have this repeat 3. We need to do the repeat 7. So whatever your total enemies for that wave is, you want to repeat the same amount like that. So now if we go ahead and restart this, as you can see, if we place down this tower in the little loop, it's perfect for placing down towers. And we go ahead and do the wave, as there should be 7 enemies in this first wave. So we get enough money, we upgrade this guy, boom. Okay, we're going through those piggies like pork chop. Okay, this is going to be a close one for sure. This is going to be a close one. So we shoot those guys for, now we have enough money for another one. Yes, we took them out. Look at that. So the wave is complete, and there is a second wave for us to do. So hopefully we can survive 13 super speedy pigs. This may actually be hard. So we have this guy. Okay, so we can upgrade our second tower. As you can see, this is where the strategy starts coming in for this game. So now, okay, we can actually place down another tower, and it actually feels really fun and action-packed. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade this tower. Oh yeah, look at that. So I finally found a good number for balance. And victory! We beat! And we finished the level in a Locke's Frosted Valley. So there we go. That is how you would add another level into this game. And of course, in theory, all you would need to do is keep duplicating this current wave and level, and then this stuff right here, and then keep on making different stories. And in theory, you could make an infinite amount of levels as long as you'd have that much time, which... Okay, so now I want to address a problem. In level 1, if we go ahead and click to start the wave, I'm going to temporarily make the speed of the slimes like super quick, so that way we get defeated. As you can see here, it says defeat, but then we can still click to start the next wave. It says wave incoming, but it sends us back to the level select, and look at this. Oh my gosh, the slimes are doing it, and they're going crazy after we've already been defeated. So I'm going to set the speed back to normal on the slimes, but to fix this, it's super simple. In the wave, I want to do an if else here and do if the level lost /1 is equal to NA, which means we haven't lost yet, then put all of this in that. And then in the else statement, just do a hide block. And that is actually it. So now if we go ahead and let these slimes get us again, we should get defeated. But as you can see here, the sign does not pop up there, which means that is all working. So now we can actually, for the first time, play through this game and imagine what it would be like if we had all these levels. So let's go ahead and restart and play this. So here's the little story. We click on it. We have 200 gold and we can place down a tower. Then we start the very first wave that's gonna come and attack us. Boom, and there's slimes right off the bat. So I made them a little bit slower. That way it wouldn't be so close to where you lose in case someone's newer to tower defense games, and that way to give the chance to newer players to make it a little bit more of a beginner level. So now we have boom. Come on, this should, yes, slime are taken out. So now we upgrade it and we move on to wave 2 of level 1. So now we have an upgraded arrow tower, but the enemies are much harder. But there's so many slimes. We're too powerful, so now we have enough for another tower. Oh yeah, come on, now we have 2 towers. We are unstoppable. We're unstoppable. So now, look at that, victory! And we can't click on the next wave or anything like that, and we get sent to the level select. So now we can't go back to level 1, but we can actually play level 2. So now we get sent in here, Black Forest. That was a brutal attack. Sand slimes have tough skin. Our arrows only slightly hurting them. We lost some good men. My men barely got a wing wink of sleep, constantly fearing another attack of the slimes. You're heading west into the Black Forest. Hope my men are prepared. And then there's a sneak peek, and you click to continue. Now we have 300 coins. So we need to, oh my gosh, look at the UI. I'll have to fix that later. It's actually making more buttons. But we go ahead and can put it over here. Let's go ahead and click to start this wave. So we have $100. Hopefully now. Okay, so now we should upgrade our tower here, because otherwise the pigs are probably going to get us. Oh, they may get us anyways. No. Bad piggies. No. Oh no, we may take damage. Oh, that was so close. So next level, we have 100 coins. We should be able to upgrade our tower here pretty soon. Okay, this game's coming together, so we can upgrade this tower here. Oh yeah. Oh yes, look at how we're going through those pigs. Okay, we can make another tower. Oh yeah, now it's getting crazy. We can upgrade this tower. Oh yeah, you don't stand a chance, piggies. And we can even place another tower. Yes, victory! Okay, so all you need to do is when I receive level select, hide, and then make sure to do a delete this clone and repeat 10 times. So that should fix all of the UI problems. But for now, this is where I'm going to end off the episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. This was super fun getting to add brand new enemies and a new level. Hopefully you can kind of, use this and make as many levels as you want. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, then make sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing for more future content. But anyways, this has been Owen, and I am out.